today what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on some basic things. It's like what I do when I get my dog. And so I'm gonna show y'all kind of what I do when I first get a dog. I'm gonna use Teddy, but with that, I get it. Y'all seen Teddy. He already knows what to do, but it's the exact same thing, the exact same process. Now, I do have a couple other dogs out here with me. I have Bryn and Athena. It's their first times here at the farmer's market. So what we're going to do is we're going to run them through basics, because what I like to do is when we go into a new environment, I like taking dogs back a couple steps, reintroduce them to certain skills, and then go from there. So people have had some time, they're out, they're working, they get their dog, and then they take them out for the first time, they have issues. So this is what we're going to do. So I bring Teddy out, right? I'll bring Teddy. He's here. Oh, Teddy, come on, boy. There we go. So first I always start with their name. Teddy. So I call their name and then I mark and reward. So Teddy, mark and reward. Now, I say mark and reward, but really what I'm doing is, with the way I teach the name, is I'm essentially using his name as a marker, because his name is predicting a reward. So I'll say Teddy gets the reward, and that builds value, right? So it builds value in his name so that when I do call him, I'm going to get engagement. Okay. So that's one of the first things I do. So after I've done that and I've built the value in his name, Teddy, he comes to it. Then I start going into the markers, okay? So I'll use my continuation marker and I'll use my terminal marker. Hey, so I'll start with yes, I bring the reward. Yes, bring the reward. Free, he goes and gets the reward. Now, common mistakes is people will pair. So we go here, come here, free, and they'll say yes, and they're pairing. What we want to do is we want to give the verbal command, or excuse me, we want to give the marker and then reward. So I'll say yes, and then I go. I'll say free, and then he comes. Now, after I do my marks, or excuse me, my markers and the rewards, what I want to do is luring and start building that. So I'll come here. Yes. Yes. Just different things to get him moving. So with your pup, try and get them moving, right? So we'll move them, boom, boom, yes, and then reward. So just try and get her moving. Anything that they'll do, sits, downs, things like that, okay? Now, so we're using a little bit of leash pressure there. That's really good to assist the dog. So that's Athena, and what she's working on is, once again, this is first time really out here. We're gonna get her going, and we'll see if she responds. So she's having a little bit of displacement behavior. So in cases like that, what I want to do is I want to just move her into a position where I can reward her, where I'm taking the reward to her. So for instance, um, oh, she did it. Great. She didn't eat. She didn't eat it? Okay. Yeah, so I would just reward her. So just give her affection. Yeah. Bring your dog. All right, guys. So next what we're going to do is I'm going to take Teddy, and then we start working on the commands that they do know. So couche, free, and I start marking and rewarding. Couche, free, nice. Opie, yes. Couche, assis, spin, yes. All right. And so for those of you, I've seen some comments on the YouTube channel. They're like, oh, you're still using luring and you're still doing this with your dog. Obviously, you saw my dog can sit down and spin and do whatever I need them to do without luring. I just like it. It's just something I like to do. So the more you lure, things like that, you can phase it in and out. You're going to get your dog better. They're going to perform better. And it really helps with new environments, right? So I go here. Yes. So now that you got them going with that, we can work on building their attention, okay? And what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna do my engagement training. So I get the treats, I'm gonna hold him right here, I move it out, see how he stays engaged with me? Yes, I reward. Now, sometimes I'm gonna reward with the hand that has the treat, sometimes I'm gonna reward with the other hand. So I'm here, yes, Guess. Oh, bad handling. All right, so once your dog gets the engagement training right here in front, then you can do it on the side. So OPA. Wrong. OPA. Yes. So we're here. He's looking at me. Yes. A reward. Right there. All right, go ahead and try that with your guys. Did you see it?
No.
No? That's okay. So we're going to start off with them in like a sit front. So I take my dog, I take a big step, put him in front of me. I'm here. I hold the treats. I'm going to move it out. They're usually going to follow with their hand. When they follow and they look back at me, I say yes, and then I reward.
When they look back at it,
Yeah, when they look back at you and they're engaged with you. So I'm here, out, yes, reward. When they look right there. Nice. That's okay.
Right. Hit. Hey, right. Yes.
That's okay. So right there, what I would do, I'd re-engage her. I'd move back, get them engaged.
Right.
And so I will say this. This is advanced. And people will look at this and they'll be like, oh, your dog shouldn't be doing that yet. Right. But the thing is this is that you have to know what you're supposed to do with your dog, how to do it so that you can go out and practice it on your own. Right. A lot of these exercises that you're doing with your dog today, you may have never done, or it's just a new environment, so it's super hard. Okay, so don't worry about that. But whenever that happens, you can always go back to running them through the basics, right? So, Teddy. Couché. Assis.
Right.
Debout. Yes. So he has a hard time with stand, so that's why I had to lure for that. But remember, we give the command, the physical cue, and then we run them through. All right, guys, go ahead and practice.